Good day, my name is Bluesuit and today I'll be going over my review of the quirky story-driven 2D city building management and puzzle game that is Buildings Have Feelings 2. In Buildings Have Feelings 2, you play as the Halfway Hotel, a new-to-town building with a keen ability to help others achieve their dreams. Upon first arriving to the city, you'll find that buildings not only walk and talk, but have feelings and aspirations that you'll need to help them out with. From the new family housing building that doesn't want to be next to the old stinky factory anymore, to the nice old mill who wants to trade in her linen looms for whiskey barrels. It's an interesting and relaxing take on the genre that has you going through the city neighborhood by neighborhood, helping out all sorts of buildings accomplish their goals and unlocking new buildings along the way. The actual tales and backstories of Buildings Have Feelings 2's citizens are quirky and enjoyable, but I often found that they almost always lacked depth and really don't engage the player's attention the way you might think in a game so focused on its story. That being said, the artwork and especially the music that are in the game are really fantastic and do a great job of making the game world one that you actually want to spend time in. As a city builder, Buildings Have Feelings 2 definitely leans on the casual side of things, and the soundtrack really serves to double down on that to create a relaxing experience from the puzzle solving in the gameplay. In terms of genre, Buildings Have Feelings 2 can really only loosely be called a city managing title, as it's a severely dulled experience in some aspects compared to its cousins in the genre. For starters, you're really only managing one neighborhood at a time in the city, and the different neighborhoods really don't have much impact on one another. When you arrive to a new neighborhood, you'll meet its residents and then begin the process of rebuilding their community through their own dialogue-driven narrative. Once you complete the story, you move on to the next neighborhood and so on until you beat the game, with each neighborhood's aesthetic being from a different decade in time as the previous. As you progress the main story, you'll unlock more and more new buildings, but you can really only free build in neighborhoods with completed stories. However, because the only way you can unlock new buildings is through the story, I really felt compelled to wait until all buildings were unlocked before going back and messing around with building my own neighborhood without restrictions. The actual building mechanics in Buildings Have Feelings 2 is really well done though, and has more than enough depth to carry players all the way through its campaign. In each neighborhood, there is at least one centralized quest giver building who lives there and wants an upgrade of some kind. In order to make your buildings happy, you'll need to fulfill its many needs. Grocery stores, for example, need residential buildings nearby to supply it with customers, and your housing buildings need to be far away from your factories so the smoke doesn't upset the residents. Once you upgrade a building, you'll receive a new list of needs to ascend to its next higher level, and you'll get some bricks that you can use to build more buildings. As your neighborhood begins to grow and expand, the happiness of your neighborhood is reflected as an overall score called Appeal. The biggest downside really to the gameplay is that Buildings Have Feelings 2 doesn't ever really let go of your hand. Because everything is story-based, you're constantly getting new mini-quests to help people out, but it really feels like a tutorial more than actual gameplay. A building will tell you what they want or exactly what they need, and you just do what they say, with very little actual decision-making. It does eventually ramp up a bit later on, but that's several hours later, and even then it's just a matter of figuring out what order your buildings need to be in and maximizing the space that you're given. It's a casual game and that's not bad, but I would have liked to see different game modes like sandbox or challenges for players who are looking for more than just a guided tour of the game. You can pick up Buildings Have Feelings 2 when it launches on April 22nd, 2021 for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. It's a great, relaxing, narrative-focused building management sim with a lot of charm, entertaining characters, and solid length and replayability, so I'm valuing it at $21, and I recommend it to fans of city management games who are interested in something with a little less strategy and a little more character. I hope you enjoyed this review of Buildings Have Feelings 2. Come see me on Twitch where you can watch our reviews in progress 5 nights a week. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Until next time, peace!